Hello. My name is Karen Reese, and I am a contributor of Cascade Media. And my guest tonight is the Dr. Janice Little. But before she comes on, let me tell you about what's taking place in Las Vegas on October the 25th, 2025. It is the HBCU Classic between Grambling State University and Jackson State University. Now, this is more than a game. This is about us as HBCU coming together and supporting our own. So I'm just excited about that. Now, Dr. Little, thank you for being on the show with me. Come on and tell me a little bit about who you are and where your beginnings started at.
Okay, I am super excited to be here to share my story with you. I'm originally from Cleveland, Mississippi. I grew up in a two-parent household. My dad was a deacon, and my mother was an entrepreneur, and she worked in a manufacturing company as well. And she was a super mom because she cooked, cleaned, and made sure that we had everything we need before we went out to school. In our community, we grew up as Southern Baptists, and we were in the church every time the doors open. We opened the doors, we cleaned before and after the 6 o'clock service. We did all that. Now, as a child in Cleveland, Mississippi, there were very limited opportunities for students. So I basically participated in the band. I was in the band and I was in the French club. And those were the limited activities that I did. I was very engaged in the church, though. I served as an usher in the church. I was in the choir, but the preacher put me out of the choir because he said my brother was better at singing. So they moved me over to serving on the junior usher board. And I did that most of my life throughout high school. Then I decided to leave Mississippi. I wanted to branch out, and I end up at an HBCU, the Grambling State University, where everybody is somebody. And I chose a major of social work because I was passionate about helping people. And I really wanted to understand communities and people, period. So I did social work at Grambling. That was all I did. I just went to school, graduated, and my professor was one of those who was a mentor to me. He was really good with working with his students, making sure that they were positioned for success. So he chose us to go to a convention. This was actually my first convention. It was a social work convention where the colleges that had social work program, they would come together and share their program with undergrad students. So he chose me as one of those students to attend that convention. And from that convention, I ended up making a selection to go to Florida State University to pursue my master's degree. My professor said that I needed to go and experience the real world because I attended predominantly Black high school, HBCU, and he suggested I branch into another university so that I can experience learning from people outside of what I was accustomed to. So I went to Florida State University. Quick lesson in life, too. That was my first real encounter of what racism was. I didn't know because I had been in Mississippi growing up and then going to Grambling. So I went to Florida State, experienced racism for the first time, and I realized I had a skill set too of advocating for what's right. And that was when I started advocating for fairness and justice. That was my first encounter of pursuing advocacy work. From Florida State, I graduated a year and a half, and then I decided to go back to Mississippi, quickly learned that there were very limited opportunities for social workers. And so I was passionate about baseball. My dad was a baseball fanatic. He loved the game. So whenever at home I got in trouble with the boys, I have five brothers and one sister. So I spent a lot of time with the boys, playing with them and their friends. And when I got in trouble, I would have to watch baseball. He used that as a form of discipline to make me sit still and watch an entire game. And if you know anything about baseball, it's a slow sport, very slow. And I learned to appreciate the sport of baseball. I love the culture. None of my brothers actually played the game, which was really interesting. We would always be at Little League game, but none of the boys were interested in playing. So I would just get to hang out with my dad at the games. Now, when I came back to Mississippi and realized that I couldn't find a job as a social worker, I decided that I wanted to move to a large city where there was baseball. And when we made the decision, it was either Houston or Atlanta. I had support here in Houston. I had a cousin and his wife. They said, hey, you can come get on your feet and you can live with us. So I came to Houston. And once I got to Houston, I started social work career. My first job was with American Red Cross. Quickly discovered that I wanted to be in a setting where I could impact children because the job I had with American Red Cross, they were coming in and out, in and out. I would see them one time and they were gone. I wanted to work in a setting where I could see the fruits of my labor. So I moved from American Red Cross. I worked for a mental health agency and I quickly realized that was not where I wanted to be. So I transitioned from that job to it was communities in school, and that is where I found my true purpose and passion all in once, where I had an opportunity to work with the kids from start to finish. Me, I had an opportunity to work with them from the beginning of the school year to the end, from pre-K to fifth at the time, so I could see their growth. And later I moved into social work in a more diverse community where I could work on all levels. So I was excited to get into the school district where I could work multiple campuses and truly impact students from elementary, middle to high school, and being able to be creative with the work that I was doing. I had an opportunity to create programs and projects in the school setting. My first project, because I've been passionate about money, I started this club. It was called Kids Money Club, where I would have an opportunity to work with the students after school to teach them about saving and investing money. And from that, I started building partnerships because I was not an expert on money. So I decided to build a partnership with someone who was in the money space. Mr. Lonnie Matthews was the person that took the challenge of working with me with educating kids about saving and investing money at the time. And so we started the after school program. It was called Kids Money Club and Kids Money Mart. Because when I'm invested in children, I go all in to give them hands-on experience because they learn mostly by doing. So I went out and bought a mobile concession stand so that the kids could actually work the stand, see the fruits of their labor from working, and the money that we made, we took that and put it into a saving IRA for the kids. So they were working, earning, and started investing themselves. So we started that, and after doing that a couple of years, of course, change happens. They came with a rule where we couldn't sell snow cones during lunch, we couldn't sell nachos, we couldn't compete with the cafeteria because we had business coming through. So we had to stop selling during lunchtime. And that in the particular program, the E Club, we call it the Entrepreneurs Club, those that were running the concession stand, they were part of the Entrepreneurs Club. So we moved on, transition to doing more just education without giving them real money. They did not support me giving the student parents the money. So we had to discontinue investing in the kids. So I moved on, and with that program, I started exposing them to different opportunity like Black Enterprise Convention, so that they could be exposed to different entrepreneurs who were kids doing the same thing. We attended that convention like 3 times, where our kids had an opportunity to not only continue to build their ideas of a project, to actually make it a business through this convention. From that particular program, I continue working in Fort Bend ISD for 25 years and decided I wanted to retire. I have always been an entrepreneur. Growing up in Mississippi, I was selling candy as a kid, and then I started purchasing real estate when I started working in the school district because I was always thinking of what was going to be my exit strategy. I wanted to have income where I didn't have to go to work for it. So I started purchasing real estate. And from purchasing real estate, I dived into a couple of business with a friend. We were Little Flower Enterprise, which was a vending business. Smart Ladies International, which was a network marketing business. And so I did a lot of different business ventures. And today I'm still doing business. It just looks different now. I have 4 companies that I'm working. The Graduate's Gift, which is my true passion and purpose of working with those high school students who are transitioning from high school into college, and working with college students who are transitioning from college into the workforce. And so the Graduate's Gift is providing support services to them. And we are actually motivated with inspiring them to learn a skill set of trading, because trading is truly impacting our world globally and exposing and getting them connected to the community. They will be empowered with a tool that creates generational wealth. That's a little bit about me and how I got into this space where we are today. And that's just one of my business. The other ones are in real estate, where I'm holding the property, looking to build a resort in Mississippi and a coffee beauty bar in Mississippi. And that is what the players' properties are doing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
I
goodness.
know.
It's I just been like mesmerized listening to you, and I just want to go back to you say you took French. What's is that oui oui? Is that a French?
Let me tell you, the only thing I remember from that class, it was this little boy in that class that I liked. And I would tell him, Je m'appelle Andre. That
I don't know
was
what that
all
means,
that
but
I
that
remembered
sounds
about
like
him.
sexy.
Yeah.
That is good. That's good. So, all your life journeys have gotten you here, and you said you're retired, and so you obviously still have a passion for our kids. And so, what are some of the things that you wish to accomplish for to be able to accomplish for our kids?
One thing that I truly want to accomplish with them is for them to learn and be open to learning the new trends of how we are able to earn income. The traditional ways are fading away, and I want to equip them so that they're prepared for this digital space where the world is going.
Yes, yes. And then now we have AI. So definitely things have changed from when we were growing up. And so we do have to get in front of that to be able to educate our kids in order for them to be successful. Because, we, the way we grew up, things are totally different. So what are some of the tools or platforms that you're using to help educate them in what's, going on in nowadays?
Well, for as educating them with digital products,
Yeah.
Canva is one that utilizing the Digital Boss Academy is a community where there are various digital products and tools within the community that the students will have access to those resources as well. And in that community with the Digital Boss Academy, you have AI tools in there as well that they're able to get training without having to pay for a whole course. In the community, they have the content in there that the students are able to access. And with the trading, the platforms that I'm using with the trading is the BG team, is the community for communication, and the platform is the DSJ Exchange is the platform. And I also use Charles Schwab as one of the companies as well for educational resources. And outside, I use Robinhood, just so many different tools that are available. But those are like the top three that I'm using for as trading.
Yes, yes. And you and I, we are partnering in another organization called Black Wall Street. You are the director. So tell us a little bit about Black Wall Street.
Okay, Black Wall Street. When I say I am super excited to serve in Black Wall Street, is because we're preserving and honoring the history of those who were impacted by the massacre in Tulsa in 1921. And today we get to honor them by sharing their legacy because it's up to us to provide our youth with the history because we realize the schools are trying to take it away. And so my passion for serving and educating our youth, it goes deep because I believe children learn through experiences because in the classroom you may forget what is being said, but when you experience the learning, you remember it. And with Black Wall Street, they are providing not only for business owners to grow their business, they're providing support, the resources, the knowledge, the tools, the community of support to help elevate the business. Black Wall Street is about enhancing, and elevating business to keep the Black dollars in our community. And so I'm just super excited to be a part of it and living the experience. It's not just talking, but we're actually doing it. And I'm one who use data. So I frequently use the data to show what impact we're having on the businesses as well as the youth that are connected with Black Wall Street USA.
Good, wonderful, wonderful. Now let's just talk a little bit about the trading. I know probably what 6 or 7 years ago, Bitcoin came out. It became some kind of electronic money. And so a lot of people who got in it, they say they're millionaires, because it might be $80,000 for one. But tell us a little bit about this space of Bitcoin, Forex trends, futures, all that kind of stuff. Tell us a little bit about that.
I'll just share a little bit about my experience in the space. Now, when Bitcoin first came out, I was one of those skeptics that was like, oh, if I can't see, touch, or feel the money, it's not real. And so I didn't invest in Bitcoin back then. And then later in life, I got connected with someone and I started to invest a little bit. I started investing in different type of projects that were in the crypto space because in the crypto space, there are many coins. Bitcoin is just a giant in this space. And with a couple of projects, I've lost a lot of money. And when you lose money, that's trauma for a person. And it was trauma. When I say it was trauma, when you lose big money in trading, I've lost money in trying to trade and build up my skill set with being an investor in the space, invested in different projects, memes, and all these different tokens and things like that. I've lost money. But what I've learned from losing money is that you can always gain it back in this space. The market is goes up, it goes down. You win, you lose. But when you find a system that works and a community that supports your learning and earning, you connect with that and you stay with it, and you can make your money that you done lost in other projects back in a quicker time. You're onto something good. And that's what I found in the DSJ exchange in the BG team. And that particular community is what has really made me open back up to trading and cryptocurrency. Now, with the BG team and the trading platform that we're using, I've been doing it and it has been 100% success, whereas the owner backs that you're not going to lose. When you have a CEO that put their own money into the game, into the community to make sure you don't lose, and you see them on Zoom, they're not somewhere behind the scene. They're in the community engaging with you on making sure that you're connected to the community and that you are a real person. I'm
Yeah.
super excited to be a part of it. And they're consistent. They're not all over the place trading different pairs. There's only one pair we trade twice a day. And we don't have to think about it, sit there and watch the trade. All we do is copy and paste. 12:30 Central Time, 6:30 Central Time, copy and paste. And you earn. That is, it doesn't get any easier. And I'm super excited to be able to share this with kids of color, kids that is looking like me, educating them that this is out there. This is the banks trade all the time. This is how they make money off our money. Here it is now. We're in a community where we can do it ourselves, and it doesn't cost hundreds and thousands of dollars to get started with trading. My little nephew, and I like to share the story because it's family. I could talk about my family. My nephew, he turned 18. And when he turned 18, I told him the gift I was giving him was a gift that was going to keep on giving. And he couldn't spend it right away. He had to learn a skill set to trade. And before I gave him the account, I explained you have to take this little mini course, not even a big, extensive course on trading, because you need to understand what you're doing. So he did my little mini course. I set the $300 account up for him, and he's been trading consistently since September the 8th. He's already over $600 trading because it
Mm.
compounds
Yeah.
daily 1.3% of the balance, not 1.3%. It's of the balance. As the balance goes up, it continues to go up. So I'm super excited to be able to share his story of trading. And he's looking forward to when we go to the Dominican for Christmas, setting his mama up an account. So truly, because if he could do it, anybody can do it.
That's wonderful. Now, do you teach classes for kids to come and learn this? And if you do, tell them how they can sign up for the classes.
Yes, we do have classes where you can tap into the basic financial literacy of trading, and you can get it at thegraduatesgift.com and click on, and actually, I'll give you a little cheat sheet. If you find it on graduatesgift.com and hit the mini course, put in a coupon code, SAVE, you can get it free. Go
Ooh.
do that. Put that coupon code, you get it free. Because I have someone who's covering it for me. For 40 students will have an opportunity to get the mini course free just by putting the coupon code SAVE. So that's how they
All
can
right.
get it. Go to thegraduatesgift.com and look at the offers.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Dr. Little, for coming in and sharing all about your journey and where you are in life and your passion to help our kids. So you guys be sure to be on the lookout or be ready to go to Vegas next week, October the 25th, to enjoy the HBCU Classic between Grambling State University and Jackson State inside the Alliance Stadium, the Raiders Stadium. Black people, we need you to support this because there is no HBCU school that's out west. And so we're taking this out there in order to show them what we have as a HBCU school. So if you're in Vegas, hey, come and support. We're having a tailgate party at the Atomic Golf. It's only $99. Come and celebrate. Come and play some cards. Come and play dominoes. Come and dance. But let's support what they're trying to do on the West Coast. All right, Dr. Little, is there any parting words you would like to say? Would you like to give them your how they can connect with you, or email, or Facebook, or anything like that?
Well, there's several ways you can connect with me. First way is info at the graduate's gift. Shoot me an email. I do respond to the email. Or you can actually text me at 832-840-8544. I respond to text messages too. Now, if you want to see me in person, book an appointment at thegraduatesgift.com and we can make that happen as well. And with anything, when you're out in the community, I encourage you to just always remember we are here giving the gift that keeps on giving. And you have an absolutely amazing day.
All right, all right. And my parting words is build where you sit. That means where you live. Build and support your community. All right, you guys, we will see you next time on the show. Bye.
Bye bye.
This is brought to you by Kansas City Business Association, working to improve our community.